The sun rises over Dragon Valley. The glowing lake is calm again. But the air feels different, heavier than before. Kiki, Leafy, Blaze, Lumi, and Rosie stand by the water in silence, remembering the dark mist from the day before. Blaze said that Dragon showed up, said one strange thing, and vanished. I don't trust him, Kiki said, but he helped us. He didn't attack us. Rosie said he felt scary, but also said, Lumi said there's still shadow energy in the valley. It didn't fully disappear. Leafy said the forest remembers him. Kiki said then let's find him. If he knows something, we need the truth. Blaze said, or it's a trap. Rosie said then we go together. No one gets left behind. The 5 dragons leave the glowing lake and head toward the darker side of Dragon Valley, where the cliffs rise higher and sunlight grows thinner. The path becomes rocky. The grass is darker. Strange purple fog curls round old roots and stones. Kiki said these are fresh. Blaze said stay behind me. A distant wing beat echoes through the valley. Everyone freezes. For above, a small dark purple shape crosses between the cliffs and disappears. Rosie said that was him. The dragons enter a hidden forest where sunlight barely reaches the ground. Mushrooms glow faintly blue and purple. Leafy said this place is alive and afraid. A warm glow spreads as Lumi lights the way through the darkness. Kiki said there's water nearby, underground, behind hanging roots and black vines. The dragons find a cave entrance marked with ancient symbols. As Shadow's name is spoken, the symbols briefly glow violet. Blaze said okay. That's definitely not normal. The dragons walk inside. Crystals shine dimly in the walls. The cave feels old, secret, and forgotten. A shape moves across the back wall. Everyone turns at once. Shadow steps out slowly from the darkness. His violet eyes glow softly, but he does not attack. Blaze said no more disappearing. Who are you? Shadow said I was wondering how long it would take you to find me. Kiki said why did you help us? Shadow said because if Dragon Valley falls, I fall with it. Rosie said then why hide from us? Shadow said because my power is tied to the darkness you fear. The crystals round them begin to glow. Ancient images appear inside them like moving memories. The dragons see a younger Shadow alone near the lake long ago, surrounded by black mist. Other young creatures run from him in fear. In the vision, Shadow tries to approach the valley, but the darkness around him spreads accidentally and harms the plants nearby. Shadow said, so I left. I chose the caves, the cliffs, the places where my shadow could not hurt anyone. Lumi said the mist from yesterday. It answered to you, didn't it? Shadow said not to me, to something inside the valley, something older than all of us. My shadow power can feel it waking up. Leafy said, so you were not hiding from us. You were guarding us. Shadow said, I was trying. Blaze said, I thought you were the danger. Shadow said, maybe I still am. Rosie said, no, a bad dragon would not protect others from the dark. Kiki said, then don't do this alone anymore. For the first time, Shadow looks unsure instead of mysterious. He is not used to kindness. Suddenly the cave trembles. Dust falls from the ceiling. The violet crystals crack. A deep pulse of shadow energy bursts through the cave, knocking everyone back. In one crystal wall, an image flashes. Beneath Dragon Valley's glowing lake, a huge dark shape begins to move. Lumi said that's not a vision. It's happening now. Shadow said then has awakened sooner than I feared. Blaze said you knew this was coming. Shadow said I knew something was sleeping below the lake. I didn't know it was this strong. Kiki said then we face it together. Shadow looks at all of them, one by one. For the first time, he is no longer alone. The dragons rush out of the cave toward the lake as the valley trembles beneath them. Clouds swirl over Dragon Valley. The glowing lake flickers between gold and deep purple. The group arrives. The water is no longer calm. It spins in a giant glowing circle. From deep beneath the lake to enormous glowing eyes open in the darkness. Shadow's secret has been revealed, but the true danger has only just opened its eyes. Beneath the glowing lake, an ancient power is rising, and Dragon Valley may never be the same again.